Hi, I'm State Representative Marcus Riccelli. Thanks for joining me for my update. This week, I want to tell you a little bit more about the legislative process and give you an update on what else we've been doing during our historic remote session. Washington is a part-time legislature, and that means that the legislature only meets for 105 days on budget years and 60 days on what we call our supplemental budget years. Most legislators have other jobs as well. So in order to kind of cram all that work in, we set up these dates called cutoff periods where bills have to advance either through the House of Origin or the opposite House of Origin. One of those periods is coming up here on Friday. I have a number of bills that are still alive, 4 bills actually. We've talked a little bit about them, from emergency communication services to changing the way that we fundamentally do public health in our state, to adding audio only telehealth so we can create more access to healthcare, particularly in our COVID times. These are some of the things that we're working on. Again, for a bill to become a law, it has to go through a policy committee. And then if it costs money, it has to go through a fiscal committee. Then if we pass it out of the House, it has to go through the Senate and start the process all over again. Bills that have made it this far are about 2/3 of the way of becoming law, but there's still a lot of hurdles. And then we want that. We want a high bar to pass legislation. So a couple bills I have up for hearing this week. One is the trusted decision maker that allows people to designate someone that they want to make decisions if they become incapacitated in their medical records to their providers. I think this is a smart way to make sure that people have their wishes carried out. Another one will be 1152, which will be our public health bill, which creates a more robust public health funding and will create regional shared service centers and balance our health boards. Today, particularly between the Spokane County and City of Spokane, there's been a discussion and a debate and actually a pretty big difference about how some of our emergency services dollars are spent. That bill being voted on today out of committee. There's a number of things in play. And again, we're tracking really closely ways to expand healthcare access. So that's kind of it from that end. I hope you'll weigh in. And with this remote session, again, it's very easy to participate via remote testimony, and there's opportunities coming up this week. Other than that, one of the interesting things is, since we're doing legislative session remotely, I'm in Spokane a lot of the time. And this week I did get to, in a very safe way, participate in a process to rename our Gold Star Highway. That's Highway 920 after our Gold Star families and those that served. For many of them, this was their last mile. And it was, I think, a fitting tribute. And I worked with Kirsten Lyons, who I've worked with prior on other Gold Star family issues. And her son, Sergeant Jake Hess, was killed in Afghanistan. And so I've been honored to work with the Gold Star families. And we got to go out there and do a very small ceremony and unveil the sign that will lead to the Eastern Washington Veterans Cemetery, where over 6,000 of our folks who served and sacrificed so much have their final resting place. Again, so it was just quite an honor to participate in that. Other than that, I look forward to keeping you updated. And if you have any questions or concerns, I hope you will reach out. Remember, a robust democracy can only exist with an active and engaged citizenry. So thank you for doing your part. As always, it's an honor to serve you.